Hey y'all, thanks for tuning back into Follow the Alfaros. This time we're doing the second part of our trip to Splash Royalton Cancun. And let me tell you, this is all the worst things. So starting off with your customer service, negative 10 out of 10, you guys. I wish you can avoid this because I just feel like it makes such a big difference, a yay or a yay with an experience, especially at a resort. And this was absolutely awful. They oversold and actually gave away our room. So they gave us a one bedroom, which was just not working out for us because we're a party of four. So you can only imagine how this ended up. And I will say a lot of this stuff was already rusted. I have no idea how they maintenance stuff here, but you can see my sister-in-law, my toddler, had to sleep on that, but we ended up letting our toddler sleep with us in our queen size bed. This whole sleeping situation was just the front desk told us that this was a pull-out couch, but as you can see, my husband cannot figure out how to work this because it's literally just two cushions. It's just one cushion, and that's actually like the little headrest that goes on the back of the couch. So we couldn't figure this out, but it's nothing to figure out. She had an awful sleep, unfortunately, and so we just, we just went back to customer service. And this was awful because we were here for an hour. However, we finally got some adequate rooms. We're back at the front seeing and hoping that we can get our new room. All we have to do is switch over, he said. So let's hope this is not a big ordeal like yesterday. But we are down here like we just checked in on the first day. Okay, guys, we just finished eating breakfast. It was a solid 7 out of 10. I would go back and I would recommend it because there were so many flavors and things to eat and choose from. But it's no different from any of the other resorts we've been to, so whatever that's worth. If you're like me, you love a little coffee moment during vacay, and that's exactly where we headed to. They have a beautiful cafe that overlooks this beautiful view. So what's not to love, right? So we walk inside, and of course, you're expecting your basics and maybe even a little more because it is a resort and they usually cater to just a wide variety. However, this location or this coffee shop at this resort did not have much, and they always were out of stuff. And all of those pastries down there, you guys, save your breath. They're beautiful, but they are not good at all. So as we're waiting for coffee, my sister-in-law's like, look at that. And honestly, this is how a lot of the stuff is. It's like very rickety, very like run down looking, and it's just covered up by some paint. But yeah, that was there the whole time. So we are gonna go check out the kid area. It doesn't look too promising because there's not a lot of places to sit, so we kind of have to figure out where to settle our stuff at. You guys can actually see and count on one or two hands how many chairs they actually have for the kids section, which is awful. Like maybe 10 or 12 chairs, and that's it for that big section. So we actually had to move our stuff to a totally different area just to be able to come over there. So we just kind of like didn't go over there at all because someone would have to stay back and watch the stuff, and that's just not fun for everybody. So you guys, this is a whole ordeal on itself. This is supposed to be their lazy river, and you guys are going to see quickly how much work you actually have to do to even get through this entire lazy river. It was a workout for sure. Since they didn't have enough staff to help you in and out of the water, it was nice that those railings were there. But honestly, that needed to be like throughout the entire way. Well, you guys, we are doing the lazy river and it is so cold. We usually come to Mexico around this time, the end of January, and it's never freezing like this. So a lot of the locals are saying that it's just a random cold front, which makes sense because where we live is also getting snow. I really did like the design of everything, how it looks kind of like Aztec or Mayan. It was a beautiful touch on the whole thing. But as you can see, my husband is just sitting there floating, like he's not moving anywhere. Either the jets were broken at this time frame that we visited, or I'm not really sure, but this was not a lazy river, you guys. The water. She just got back. We don't know where she came from. I'm just struggling. So we're here, we're in one of their main pools, and I will say it is absolutely breathtaking. If I were to come back, I would come back for this view alone. But I wish they had heated pools there, and they didn't. So they had a steakhouse where, of course, you come and they ask you if you want certain meats or not. You say yes or no. My husband is a meat eater, so he really enjoyed this place until he quickly didn't. Unfortunately, this man got food poisoning and it was just a really bad night. We did try to stop and enjoy the event they had this night, which was a white party that literally no notification anywhere about this party. It's just kind of there. So I don't think it turned out as great as it could have if they promoted it better or gave us like a schedule or a timeline, but it's nowhere on the app either. Y'all, that man was not feeling well at all. So another night, we ended up going to a children's event, which was hosted indoor. They had a bunch of inflatables. It was in one of those conference rooms, but my toddler had to run around without her shoes on because that's what you have to do in order to get on those inflatables, and she got a nail in her foot because they had a bunch of nails stapled to the ground. It was awful, you guys. Medical had to come, take the nail out, disinfect her foot, wrap it up, and there was a crowd, and they did nothing to accommodate. So I just couldn't respect their decisions on that. They just kept telling me no. So it was infuriating me. Thank you for following the Alfaros. We hope you liked the video. We'll see you in the next vlog. Hasta la próxima.